Welcome back, it's Smashboss here, and today I finally found the time to make another glitch video about something that I wanted to showcase for so long now. This mechanic was already found in November of 2019 by F Buffalo, and I will link this original level in the description down below. In this level, the idea is that we can change the state of the on-off blocks by playing that inside the drybones shell. And although this screen is all that we see in the level, the setup is actually above the screen and does all the magic. However, luckily F Buffalo wants to share his knowledge and shows how you can recreate this setup in the thumbnail of his level. So right here you can see how he built this setup exactly. And the problem is that since then the 2.0 update came out and the physics slightly changed. So when I tried to recreate the setup exactly like he did it in his level, it didn't work because apparently things that are partially inside of slopes don't spawn anymore, at least not as they did in the older version. For example, there was a P-switch that was half inside a slope like this, and in the old level the P-switch spawned like that. However, in the new physics the P-switch doesn't spawn anymore. So this is the slightly adjusted 2.0 setup that I found for this. So basically the idea of the entire setup is that certain enemies, for example enemies inside of clown cars, react to Mario. So as you can see, when I'm on the one side it looks one way, and when I'm on the other side it looks the other way. So if there wouldn't be stuff blocking it, it would also start following me. However, as long as I'm playing that inside the drybones shell, it can't actually follow me because I'm not there. As long as I'm playing that, it doesn't see me. And for the thwomp in the clown car, this means that it, for whatever reason, gets really confused and starts shaking around. And the shell on top actually only travels through the one-way gate if the P-switch that is on top of the thwomp also starts shaking. So that's how we can control that whenever I play that once, the switch is also hit. The only difference that I could find between my recreation and the original setup is that in the original setup, if I play that and hold down to play that for longer, it only hit the switch once. However, in this setup, when I'm playing that longer, the P-switch also shakes longer, which means that if I hold down long enough, I can hit the on-off switch 2 times. However, it's still almost the same as the old setup, and I think this concept is actually a really interesting idea, not just for the setup right here, but for many other potential ideas too, because the playing that in a drybones shell mechanic can actually be used for a lot of different things. For example, right here we need the key that is inside the bob-omb, and here we have a Monty Mole, yet another enemy that reacts to Mario's position. And since we are locked in this area right here, there's no way for us to ever get the Monty Mole all the way to the other side of the level. However, if we play that at the right moment, the Monty Mole will not change direction anymore because there is no player that he could follow. Only when we go back up, then the Monty Mole also sees us again and can react to our position. So that way we can let the Monty Mole go all the way to this side where he would normally never go, Yet another thing is that piranha plants that spit fire towards Mario's general direction also don't know what to do as long as Mario is playing dead inside the drybone shell. So by playing dead, we can stop the piranha plant from spitting a fireball, because if it spits a fireball against one of the ice blocks up there, then the ceiling releases munchers. Another setup that you can build with this idea is a setup using icicles, because icicles also react to the player. If the player is under them, they fall. So if I go through here, the icicle hits the power block and I cannot enter this door anymore. However, if I use the platform to go under the icicle while playing dead as Drybone Shell Mario, the icicle will not react to me, which means the power block is never triggered. However, I also figured out that it doesn't work for all enemies that seem to react to Mario. For example, Bowser Jr., if he's in his shell, he also follows Mario. However, if we play that doesn't seem to stop Bowser Jr. from knowing where we are. So it doesn't actually work with every enemy that reacts to Mario. However, I think this is one of the most interesting mechanics that I've seen in the last few months. And that's it for today, and I hope you enjoyed the video.